Good Wednesday afternoon, guys. My name is Jerry Miller. Welcome to What's Barking Local, powered by Animal Connection. We are live in Charlottesville, Albemarle County, Central Virginia, the Commonwealth, the country, and the world on the I Love CVille Network. This show, of course, powered by Animal Connection in McIntyre Plaza. Our star, Patty Bowden, is on location. She is at the Pet Expo shopping for phenomenal inventory for you to enjoy at Animal Connection. She will be speaking on a panel and power shopping at the Global Pet Expo literally as we speak, but she has welcomed someone that I think needs very little introduction, and Mary Birkholz to sit in her chair. And Mary, hello, it's good to see you.
Good day, Jerry.
How's it going?
It's great. It's great to be here. Great to see you. And Patty, thank you for inviting me to sit in for you. I feel a little challenged that I could fill in for Patty, but I'll give it my best shot here.
I think you're going to pass with flying colors. Our I Love CVille mascot, Liza, is a Caring for Creatures rescue.
That's right.
And her reaction when she saw you, Mary, how do you characterize that?
She was very, very excited, a lot of whining and crying and jumping, and between the two of us, it was like old home week. You know, we have a little special friendship there from way back, and I don't think our hearts are connected. But I think she's the perfect dog for Judah and you folks here at I Love CVille.
She is the perfect dog. I routinely say Liza is better than our dogs at home, and that is
I could ditto that for me.
As genuine and as an authentic as a statement as I possibly could say. Okay, so why don't we throw this to you? The show is yours. What is going on with Caring for Creatures?
Well, Caring for Creatures, we're all animals all the time. We had a really wonderful holiday season. We had a really large $20,000 matching gift campaign that went from the December through the holidays. We met that match, so thank you to all those great sponsors and donors out there that helped us get that, which the animals are so grateful. Had a lot of adoptions. Brought in some new faces, and it's just, a revolving door. If all works well.
How do things change from winter? And we didn't really have much of a winter.
No,
it
I'm a
was
little
nice.
nervous, that come St. Patrick's Day.
You think we're going to get bombarded?
I hope not.
Me too.
Doesn't seem like it.
Right.
But, Mother Nature could be her own entity.
She's very fickle. How do things change for CFC from, say, the last part of the year and the early part going into spring?
Okay. Well, we transfer the dogs in particular are the ones that are affected. We set up the outdoor condos, the dog condos with heaters. They're already insulated. Some of them get straw or other bedding. If they are agreeable and not willing to chew up an actual soft bed, we put that in their houses as well. The food changes as the weather gets colder. For dogs who spend time outside, we up their calories because they just need more calories in the winter. So the cats are just lounging the way they normally lounge. So they're just looking at the dogs going, ha, we got you. But anyway, expenses go up for heat. Heating is more expensive than air conditioning, so that's something we plan for. But otherwise, it's, a lot of wagging tails and looking forward to meeting new ones. So that's perfect.
Our friend and one of your team members, Mallory Littrell, is watching right now.
Oh, hi, Mallory.
Hello, Mallory. You are missed here at I Love CVille. Hope you're doing well. Heather Harris says hello. John says hello to you in Keswick. Kevin Gibson, welcome to the program. Give it a like and a share on any of these streams. You had quite a litter of puppies.
Yes, we did. Yes.
Birthed on President's Day.
On President's Day, yeah. Well, Ruby is the mama's name, and she and two other pregnant dogs showed up at the Henrico County facility in Virginia, and we got contacted by someone who knows someone that works there, and it's harder for them to handle pregnant dogs at the facility. One, in not to mention 3. So I said, look, I'll take whoever you think is the most ready to give birth, and I can handle 1. The other 2, by the way, also found rescue. But so she arrived on a Sunday to the facility. She was in desperate need of a bath. You could really see that whatever food she had found to eat was going to the puppies. You could see her ribs, her backbone. She was thin. Everything, as often happens, was going to the babies. So we got her set up in her birthing area, got her some food, and early morning there's 10 of them.
10 puppies.
10,
Good
I
Lord.
know. So what we're doing to help Ruby in caring for creatures is it's a lot of work to get puppies from birth date to 8 weeks or so when they're going off, hopefully, to all their new homes. And so we have created March Puppy Madness, because it will be March Puppy Madness at Caring for Creatures. And we're hoping all of you will participate by we have a list of a few things. You can find it on our website, but high quality, dry and canned dog food. We're looking for puppy harnesses, puppy collars, little tiny puppy coats maybe, if it's still a little chilly. Or you can just send a donation via our website, and we will use those dollars to do the medical and the shots and all the wormings for 10 puppies and get them ready to go out to their new homes.
Caringforcreatures.org for more information. Some comments coming in. Shana.
Shana?
She says, I cannot wait to get my puppy filled this weekend.
Good.
Ruby and her babies are so precious. You have a comment coming in from Louise, who's watching in Roanoke, and she says, these puppies are adorable. If I wanted to fill out an application, I can answer this. If you wanted to fill out an application, how do I do this? Well, you can go to the website, caringforcreatures.org, and there's an Adopt tab, and then a drop down for dog adoption application, where Mary and her team and Mallory, the matchmaker of the animals, will vet the applications coming in.
Exactly. It's pretty simple, and our goal is hopefully the same as yours, to find the right animal for your lifestyle and your home setup and your scheduling. And puppies are a lot of work, but I always feel like you have to raise at least 1 puppy in your life.
Yeah.
At least 1. You need to experience it.
I've
That might be the last
3,
one you
and
raise.
it's super hard.
It is indeed.
But it's rewarding.
Yeah, it is. It is. The great connection happens, and you'll love every minute of it. But at the time, there are moments. There can be moments.
Your friends Thomas Cole and Susan Blakeney are watching right now.
Hi, guys.
If you have any comments you would like to relay to Mary or Caring for Creatures, just put it in the comments section. 10 puppies for Ruby. That would seem like, and you're the pro, I'm the layman here, that seems like a lot.
It is a lot.
What's average?
Well, and I guess everybody's
average?
going to be different, but I always think a typical litter might be 6 to 8 puppies. Mallory was being funny, and she told her before she had them, 3, just 3. How's 3? And then later she revised her estimate. Let's just do 6, okay? And then the next time Mallory came in, there were 10. So, yeah, it just depends on the dog. Some hounds can put out some big litters. It was not our biggest litter. We've had 11.
What?
Summer, a couple of years ago, had a litter of 11.
And how did Summer do? Was she healthy afterwards?
She was, yeah. She was. She was not quite in the negative condition that we have today, with Ruby. But Ruby's catching up. She's making up for lost time. She loves to eat her food, and she's being a good mom. And the puppies are gaining weight.
I love it.
Every week.
Did Mallory create this montage? Did you create this montage of adorable animals?
Yes.
Judah, let's keep rotating that. Judah Wickhauer, our director, that artwork on screen, and we can see some of these puppies.
And I'm not sure if that is just in the video.
Okay.
It could be that's in the video.
I can't wait to see the video. In fact, do you want to play the video
let's do
now,
that.
Judah? How about give us a countdown? I'll count you down to 1, and no pressure. Do you think we can cue it up by 1? Okay, give us that video in 3, 2, 1. Mallory, very well done on that video. Your production skill set is fantastic. How about a recap of the video?
Yes. And I have to say this, thank you, Mallory, again, because I always approach Mallory and I say, I think we need to do a video. Then I go, but you do realize when I say that,
it's going to be you.
We means you. And she's always so willing, and she does such a nice job, so thank you. All right, so what Mallory put together here was the good news that we started out 2020 with, and that's, for us, always good news, our new homes. And many of these animals, and I'm going to tell you some of their stories, they really kind of challenging adoptions in the sense that not all of these animals would have been selected. They're elderly, a couple of them. I'm going to bring up Dave.
And he's on screen.
And Dave's on screen, okay. Uh-huh. Dave is in his Halloween attire there on the downtown mall. And was
he a butler?
He was, he was just in black tie, so it could be, just about anything.
Zorro meets a butler.
And Dave, I know you, in the past, many of you heard us talk about Dave and his challenges with heartworm and being treated and a little lingering heart issues, but not horrible. Dave,
he's up in age.
And he's 7-8 years old, so he was a hunting dog, and the individual brought him to Caring for Creatures and said, look, he can't keep up with the other dogs. And we said, yes, we know. So we did all the medical for Dave, and he has been selected for adoption. Yay.
Yes,
he goes home tomorrow. So Dave will have a home with 2 wonderful humans, 2 cats, And
Makes me-
what's a little bit frightening on our end is 2 rabbits.
2 rabbits for a hunting dog.
We're thinking Dave's retired,
Yeah,
but they
okay.
have the rabbits set up such that they're in hutches in a separate room.
Okay.
So they can, it's as long as you keep them separate.
Yeah.
We don't want anything like that to happen. Zico, who's posing there right alongside Dave.
Can I ask you a
Zico,
question?
Yeah.
How did it make you feel when? Because Dave has spent how much time with
Oh, man. Well, he was brought to us New Year's Eve, New Year's Day of 19, so over a year.
you? Over a year.
Yeah.
How did it make you feel?
It's, a part of it is sad. You get used to them and you connect with them and just seeing them and how you interact with them. But you know what? The goal is to have Dave have his own home. Or any of the animals. We're there for them if they're not selected. But boy, we want the rest of his life to be he can be a spoiled puppy. And he's already figured out about how to do a couch potato thing. So I think he'll do well. I think he'll do well. And he'll make them smile, which is what's important.
How about the snarly cat that is Zico?
All right. Okay. Snarly. Now, part of Zico's issue, look at his eyes closely. He was brought in, he was born in 2004.
Okay.
All right. He was brought in when he was probably a kitten of 3 to 4 months of age.
Caring for creatures.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. And the person who had him said, he's got this eye infection. We can't heal it, blah, 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 blah. Can you take him? We did. As it turned out, he had eyelid issues. And his lashes were growing inwards versus outwards. And he had to have a couple of surgeries on his eyes in order for him not to always have watery eyes and recurring infections. So, yeah, he had all of that done. And then all of a sudden, he's 7 years old, then he's 8 years old, and no one's looking at that age of a cat to adopt. Yeah. And we had this wonderful couple come in over the weekend. They were looking for an elderly senior cat that had some medical issues, perhaps, or challenges that made them not a cat that everyone would be rushing to adopt. You just want to hug those people, those kinds that come in. And we gave them several options, and they agreed on Zico.
That's amazing.
So isn't that great?
Was that the longest tenured animal at CFC?
Close to it, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. We've had a couple of cats that maybe lived to be 19, 20, 21, but they came in as a little older adult. Gotcha. So, but yeah, He's been there probably the longest.
Good for Zico.
Yeah, so he will be. The folks have 2 blind dogs that they adopted from a blind dog rescue,
yeah,
and they're just angels. They're just angels. And then moving on to the other group, if you see them,
Alyssa.
Yep,
up top.
Yep. Alyssa.
Alyssa up top.
Yeah.
JW.
Alyssa is another one. 15 years old. And she had not been with us for as long as Zico. But again, it was a lovely person who wanted to give a senior cat a home. And this woman adopted her. She's doing great in her new home and has taken over the home. She's a calico girl, so she's kind of got attitude.
She's beautiful.
Yeah, she is. Candy, in that picture of the little Chihuahua dogs, she's in the center with the big ears standing up. Candy and her dog companion, Oreo. He's not in that particular picture, but their person died. And the family was unable to take care of the dogs. So we were contacted. We were able to squeeze in Candy, the female. The male, who was 16 or is 16, 15, 16, I called Jackie from Peaceful Passings and said, so what do you think? You got some space? And she didn't hesitate. She says, we'll take him. So that's what ended up happening. We took the slightly younger one, 6, 7 years old. Jackie took the elder, and both of us doing vet work on the mall. They had not really had any vet work. And through a Facebook post that we had of Candy. We mentioned her friend Oreo was at Peaceful Passings. Well, this wonderful couple, these ladies who've adopted from us in the past, they focus again on senior animals, who, particularly dogs who may have issues. They contact us about Candy, then connected with Jackie, so the dogs have now been reunited.
Get out!
Yeah, isn't
That's
that great?
amazing.
Isn't that great? And they will be pampered for however long they live. These humans are just amazing humans.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah,
What was
isn't that
Did
great?
you get an update on the reuniting? How the
It
dogs-
was wonderful.
it?
Yeah, it was like yay. And Oreo, the male, had a number of issues dental-wise, and many small dogs do. And Jackie took care of all of that. But once he healed from that, he was able to go, and they got him together, and they're like, yay!
That is
So
amazing.
yeah, it's so cool.
I love that story. Well done, Jackie.
So,
we have
yeah.
a book up here.
Oh, good.
There
yeah.
it is. Loving
I
an
see it.
older dog.
Yeah. Buy the
Peaceful
book,
Passings.
support.
Fantastic.
So
Kobe?
Kobe and Mason. All right,
Ooh.
so this is an interesting story. Kobe and Mason were brought to the sanctuary one Saturday, unannounced. We didn't realize they were coming. Their owners, it's kind of a sad story. The gentleman was struggling with cancer, was in hospice care. The wife deals with issues being in a wheelchair. So they were really unable to continue to care for these younger, active dogs. So we took them, accepted them, and went through our normal routine of vetting and all of that, neutering both of them. These dogs were really connected. And we were praying like, you don't have to always keep companions together, but sometimes you can tell that the connection is very, very strong, and it was that way with these two dogs. Well, we got contacted by this family, the adopted family, and they had adopted from us in the past, and they sadly had to let go of both their dogs the day after Christmas, 2019. So their emotions were still pretty raw, but they saw the dogs on a Facebook post and wanted to meet them. So they came out and, well, they fell in love immediately. And Diane happened to be showing them the dogs that day because Mallory was out of town. And the woman asked, what about their story? And Diane was explaining what we knew. We don't know a lot, but this is what it is. And she goes, oh, my God, we know those people. We go to the same church.
No way.
Yeah. And she said, it's very, very sad. And they said, that's it. This is meant to be. We were supposed to come for these dogs because they had two dogs before, and they were looking possibly for two dogs again. They adopted the two boys. They're doing wonderful. And the gentleman ended up passing away. And but his wife was going to go over to dinner, the last I heard, and see the dogs.
Get out.
Yeah, isn't that great?
That is two
I'm
beautiful
like,
stories.
Isn't
I
that
know.
wonderful? It's so special. And we're like, man, we can go through just about anything for endings
CFC could
like
write
this.
like a movie script.
We could.
That was
Some
a
of it
beautiful
so-
story.
Isn't that wonderful?
This is the family?
That's the family. Yeah.
This family is going to take such
They
good
will.
care
They're just
of
wonderful.
Kobe and Mason.
And I couldn't fit as many. They've sent us pictures. This was their adoption day picture, but you can just see.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
The love.
Yeah.
And is Kobe the bigger one?
No, I've forgotten. Yeah, I think so.
And,
yeah,
I mean, it
the
looks like
brown,
Kobe and the boys are already getting along.
Oh, God, yeah. Well, the smaller one, and forgive me, guys, if I've switched their names, but loved the children.
Really?
The first moment they met, they were in our big arena. Whatever the kids wanted to play, he was in. And there's a picture they sent us with one of the boys giving him a great big hug. And, oh, my God, it's just like... Yes,
That keeps you motivated,
yes,
doesn't it?
It does. It completes that whole circle of what you now these two dogs were not in bad physical condition.
Right.
They needed some updating on medical stuff, but it completes the circle of what you do for an animal to make them whole and healthy again, and then see them move on to a happy situation. It really is perfect.
Heartwarming.
It really is.
Heartwarming. How about Kevin?
Kevin came to us from ICAL facility. And if my memory serves me, his person also died. And he ended up at that shelter. Kevin was suffering from some skin issues, loss of hair, itchy skin. It's not an unusual situation with some animals. So when we got him, the challenge was getting him healthy. And lovely personality. And so it took quite some time. And even when the family who came out to adopt Kevin, the husband's name was Kevin.
No way.
Yeah.
Is Kevin got a little border collie in him?
Yes, absolutely. We think so. Kevin was probably 7 years old, 8 years old, something.
Full life left.
Yeah, he does. And they've renamed him Dex so that the
you can
husband,
tell them apart?
Yeah. So there's no confusion when someone's calling Kevin. But he's doing perfectly. He's just transitioned into their home with no problems whatsoever, just like he's always been there.
Do dogs do well with the renaming?
They can, yeah.
7 years in?
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I think the dogs, it might take just a little bit of time and repetition for that to become new. But, I think the dogs are just kind of, yeah, that's cool, whatever. I don't think they really care, to be honest with you.
Loved.
They just want the love. They just want the companionship.
How about the ham that's Roscoe? What a ham.
Roscoe, isn't he a ham?
Yeah.
What a dog. And now you want to talk about another dog with serious skin issues. He had heart. He also came into a shelter facility and terrible skin issues to the point, mangy diagnosis. But he was also heartworm positive. So his whole immune system was just really messed up. And he had had so many parasites that Dr. Marty said, some of that skin stuff may not heal because of the intense inflammation and the extent and how long the parasites were on him until he got help. But you know what? He's got the best disposition, the best personality. He had a great foster home with the shelter he was at before we got him. She adored him. We've had several of our volunteers take him for extreme sleepovers, when the weather was cold, snowy, or too hot. And they raved about him. And as it ended up, it was a veteran and his wife who adopted Roscoe through the special program that we participate in. So he also just molded right in with their, I think, 3 other dogs in the home. And
you guys are on
happy.
fire.
You know what? We
because the
feel
summer
blessed.
months, correct me if I'm wrong,
blessed.
summer 2019 with vacation and the heat,
Yeah.
we had a little dry spell.
It was a dry spell. I
and
agree.
this is like making up.
Yeah, it was. It's just like a big rush came in as we hit, the September timeframe, October mostly. But yeah, and then I think when I see a dog like Roscoe or Kevin, or any of these on this page, Freya's another one. They've gone through so much in their short lives. And I'm still always inspired by them because their outlooks are still sunny. We still love you. It doesn't matter what I look like. It doesn't matter what my problem is. I can still be happy. And that's just, to me, amazing.
That is amazing.
It's amazing.
That is amazing. And that's why dogs animals in general, dogs because I got a soft spot, are
Yeah.
absolutely great.
Absolutely.
Mary,
Absolutely.
miss doing this.
Yeah.
How about are the necks is the Justin page and the Jewel page? These are animals up for adoption.
Yes, they are. And these are all newer animals. As we have wonderful adoptions, space opens for others to come in. Justin, look at Emily. Do you think that? She's got like
Oh my
attitude
gosh.
there. She's just like attitude girl.
Justin is adorable. So is Riley.
Isn't he? Yeah.
The patch on Riley?
Yeah, yeah. And, Riley was getting some training guidance today from Ashley. She was out as I was leaving, and we were working with Riley.
Ashley.
Yeah, and helping Riley understand, if you just don't pull quite as hard on that leash when you're walking.
It's going to be good for you, dude.
It's going to be good for you in the long run. So we're helping Riley understand that. Justin, very afraid. Also from 3 of these, Justin, Riley, Daffodil, all came from a shelter. Emily was found abandoned in the woods, not in Fluvanna, not far, real far. Just sort of skin and bones. We're still trying to put weight on her. But she's doing well now and scheduled for spaying soon. Justin, he and his sibling were picked up and brought to this shelter. The sibling, a little less shy, was adopted, leaving Justin behind, and then he sort of reverted without his confidence dog. So he was beginning to be in trouble when space was, an issue at the shelter. So if he's not that adoptable, they don't get a chance, too long of a chance. So we spoke up for him.
Justin's going to get adopted.
He's gorgeous.
Yeah.
He's handsome.
Right.
And Shayna, I know you at one point were online. She and her daughter have done a wonderful job working with him, took him off site to her mom's home over this past weekend, and he really, really works hard to be brave. He really does. Susan was out last week walking dogs. Every day she got him out for walks. More than once, we just kept pushing, so every time someone approached him, because he loves other dogs, connects with other dogs. Humans are a little scary. So we try every time a human interacts with him, it's something fun.
Nice.
It's either a treat or he gets to go and play with other dogs. So he really is coming around, and he'll do best in a home that has a social friendly dog companion for him. Riley she's wonderful. She's a little full of herself, but you know what? We introduced her to a family, and Diane was there at the time with the family and her, and little children in the family, and she was as gentle as she could be. She went up nicely to every family member, including the little ones. One was like 2 years old, and just very respectfully and quietly greeted everybody. She does, need to work a bit on her leash skills, but she's getting there. Emily is just a fun hound. Daffodil.
Is she gaining weight?
Yes, slow but sure. She's gaining weight. Daffodil is amazing dog. She was in the video. She was the one towards the end that was running around like crazy with the ball or the toy. Ashley came out once and worked with her, with Mallory and I, and smart. This dog, and she's not that large, maybe 25, 30 pounds. She's going to make a great companion. She probably could be a dog for frisbee maybe, but I'm thinking agility or those sorts of things.
Very nice.
A lot of energy, but she's full of herself.
And 4 felines
and
to
4
spotlight.
kitties, yeah. We've got Jewel, Tiago, and Tasha. are somewhat related. Tasha's the mom.
Tasha's the mom of
Tasha's the
Tiago
mom.
and Jewel.
All of her other kittens were adopted, and Jewel and Tiago are yet remaining as his mom. All three very friendly, all now completely vetted, spayed. They're ready to go. In June, the kittens will be a year old. And Tasha was born probably in 2018. She's a couple years old, but, a typical friendly, active tabby kitty. And then Bellatrix, she's very beautiful.
She is beautiful.
Yeah, and very sweet. She's a lovely cat, too.
All white-bodied except for the tail and the face?
Yeah. Calico markings, just divided up a little bit. So she'll make a great companion, too.
8 wonderful animals up for adoption. Shannon Allen says, hello, Mary. I'm enjoying you on the show.
Oh, good.
Give it a like and a share on any of these Facebook pages if they'd like to adopt the animals we've spotlighted, Mary. Where can they go?
Oh, that's easy. You can go to the website, caringforcreatures.org, get that application in. Especially if you're interested in a puppy. Often with litters, we get a lot of applications. So you understand applications are considered in the order that they're received. So you are not obligated to adopt if you fill out an application. It's just our, process for adoption. We do vet references and want to make sure we're sending our animals to great homes. And that will all come to us electronically, and then we schedule a time. You come out and visit, and the rest is history.
Our friend, Jackie Myers.
Hey, Jackie.
I love watching Mary. I can't wait for the news and information to follow. Job well done. Hi, Mary. I can totally
Thanks,
see her
Jackie.
saying that. This is good. Adopt these animals, support Caring for Creatures, and there are many ways to support CFC.
Absolutely. Obviously, financial gifts are critical. That's how we keep everything moving forward for the animals. But you can sponsor an animal. You can become a provider. Those are the staples of life: food and litter. Canned, dry food and litter for both cats and dogs. That's information is on our website under You Can Help. Become a volunteer. If you love animals and feel like you could make a difference, we need you. We have over 150 cats. We need more laps, We need more socializers. And soon it'll be time for the puppies to be socialized, meet lots of different humans. Their eyes are not, I don't think their eyes are open yet. Soon, won't be long. But in the not too distant future, that's going to be happening. Or like some of our other volunteers who do little day trips, especially with the dogs, taking them out to, we had one come down, Shana brought to the downtown mall. We got a great picture of them, and he just had lots of friends here on the downtown mall. So they get a lot of different experiences. Maybe you like to give dog baths. It makes no difference. We can put you to work. Exactly. So we have many things that you can do as a volunteer. So donate dollars if you're looking for an animal. Check us out, see if we have the right one for you. If you'd like to donate your time, that's great too. If you have an old car that you want to get off your property, donate it to us. That's on our website too. It's easy. They come and get the car. All you need is clear title.
Very nice.
So that's helpful.
Susan says, I love seeing you online in this live format. Please keep up all the great work, Mary Birkholz.
Thank you.
We will archive today's show on animalconnectionva.com. We will archive it on ilovecville.com. And for the next 2 weeks, we will syndicate it across our network, which is expanded. It is now 17 Facebook pages and 17 Twitter accounts. We have the third largest Instagram community in Central Virginia. We're going to take the audio and turn it into a podcast on iTunes and Apple Podcasts. And then the show in totality also on ilovecville.com. And our e-newsletter each morning is now going out to over 130,000 email inboxes. Mary Birkholz is A+ people. I think you saw that today. Please support Caring for Creatures and visit them online at caringforcreatures.org. This is What's Barking Local, powered by Animal Connection and the McIntyre Plaza. Patty Bowden-Zeller will be back next Wednesday at 3 o'clock to catch us up on what transpired at the Pet Expo and everything that's going on in her wildly crazy, wildly awesome, and super successful life over at Animal Connection. You guys enjoy your afternoon. Take
Thanks,
care.
Patty.
Thank you, Patty. Very nice. Thank you, Judah.
Yes. Thank you all.